Told y'all the run was coming. Told y'all the run was coming. Told y'all the run was coming, man. Told y'all the run was coming. This was really fucking impressive tonight. Toronto was pushing the pace, pushing the pace, pushing the pace, and they held them to 105 points tonight. They held them to two quarters under 25 points. My goal is to hold them under 28 points per quarter.
Let's
31,
go,
33,
baby.
19, 22 points. That's what I'm talking about. This is what we're talking about, bro. This is what I anticipated. The bench and the starters are positives. This is the fuck what we're talking about, bro.
Urkel, I'm
This is
glad Steve Kerr took that second timeout back to back and lit a fire under them boys' asses. He
yeah,
said, "The
man.
fuck are y'all doing?"
Yeah, man. This is what we're talking about, bro. 120, 105. Net rating is up. Everything is up. We're going on a run. I fucking told y'all, man. Moving fucking nervy, dog.
Blah 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 blah
and the
blah
Mavs
blah
got
blah
and the Mavs got
blah
spanked
blah blah
by the
blah blah
Celtics.
blah blah. Nervy.
Mavs got spanked. We'll see what happens in this Wolves Sacramento game. It's a close game. Uh, Sacramento's missing Fox and Wolves are missing Edwards, so it's kind of even.
Yeah, man. Shadow. What do you think about this game tonight, bro?
The Warriors are being the Warriors. They're coming together. They're getting to into their own. March, we have 15 more games. That was the first game out of the month, March 1st. I think they will
Hey,
win majority of their games. I wouldn't be surprised if they went 12-3.
so Shadow, you know that
Yeah.
thing that people like pass around on the TL dog? I want a lot of people who even when Chris Paul was playing well, right? They wanted him traded. Listen to me. The man is one of the greatest point guards of all time. He's one of the greatest point guards of all time. Like, let's not be fucking stupid, bro. This is why I didn't want to trade him. Do you see how he's just settling down that second unit?
Exactly. Like if they start getting kind of discombobulated, he just calms everything down and gets everybody organized.
Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is exactly what I've been talking about. This
And
is exactly.
they needed a win like this, where like it's just they just had to muscle their way through it. Late night getting in, but that's no excuse. You know what I'm saying?
So here's a question, right? Like, how do y'all feel about Sunday? Like, are you like predetermining that you're not going to be upset if we lose, or like how are y'all feeling?
I
No,
won't
I
be
want us to
upset, but I
win.
want us to be competitive, bro.
Are
And
we in?
Sarge better not see a minute on the fucking floor.
I want us to win. And I
Are
think
we
we're
in?
gonna win.
Are we in
I
Boston or are we at home?
we're at Boston.
Oh shit.
The thing is that I would low key be upset that if they lost, like, because it's like they. I don't know. I don't want to say they should win this game, but at the same time,
They
like,
should win this game. They should
yeah,
win this game.
Bro, they're gonna win this game, man.
I
Come
agree.
on, guys. By the
But
Let
I
way,
me
just
say
hope
it
they
for you.
win. You know
by
what I
the
mean?
way,
Nah,
guys,
they should
8
win.
and 0 on the road. 8 and 0 on the road. I repeat, 8 and 0 on the road. How come nobody's talking about that? Last year,
Yeah,
everybody
especially
was
because
crying that we
Because it
couldn't
Exactly,
win
was
a
and they
game
made a
on
Boston,
the
big
bro.
road.
fuss.
Now
They made
we're
a big
8
fuss.
and 0 on the road, and everybody's quieter than a
Hey yo,
church mouse.
SB, you
Yes,
too
sir.
Who's
out.
everybody? I'm not quiet
You
about
too
it.
you too optimistic, gang.
What he's talking about is like the media. Like the media made such a big fuss about our road record last year,
But
and
everyone
now
yeah,
in
we
we
here
had
has
to
couldn't.
That's a
The
fact.
Dragon
expand.
That's
Balls
a
couldn't
fact.
get us a road win last year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Nigga said
everyone
the
in here.
fucking Dragon Balls.
I think everyone in here is aware though because that was you're right. That was our Achilles heel last year. I think we've been taking note of that, and we play Boston Sunday, so that'll be a huge test. But like 8 straight on the road is incredible, and I hope the media got to push that more because you're right. Like last season, that was our
Brother,
Achilles heel.
like
You know.
that's
Like they made it a
that's the
big
Actually,
best in the
deal.
no, hold
NBA.
on,
They
hold
put
on,
it.
That's
hold
the
on, hold
best
They
on,
in the
put it.
NBA.
hold on. Don't ask the media to push anything, bro. Let them be. Let them ignore us until they can't. Let them
Yes,
right.
ignore
I
us.
Yeah,
want
you're
us
right.
to.
You're
I
right
Let
about
want
them
us
that.
to
ignore us
You're
until they
continue
right.
can't.
to be the underdog.
I love when niggas ignore our team because then when we up. niggas like what? Since when? Nah, it's been happening
Right.
for a while. Y'all niggas have been
But
paying
like you're
attention.
right, they should win tomorrow at Boston. Like they
Bruh,
could like
bruh, they're
beat
gonna win
Boston
tomorrow at Boston. Boston doesn't
Sunday.
match up well with
It
us.
might go to
We
OT.
got
It
it.
might
It
go to
may
OT.
go to OT, and it may be a fight, but this is a different team. I'm expecting Steph to be like the amazing Steph Curry that he is. I'm expecting a mega
Hmm.
game, not even
Man,
a regular game. I'm talking
He fuck
rocking
around, drop
that
40
if
TD
man.
if
garden. Like,
if if we beat Boston on Sunday,
Hey, you know what's funny though,
Yeah, let's
Shannon?
not
You
do the
remember?
if.
You remember the
Let's do
game? I think Wiggins was out last year, and Kaminga yammed on Tatum. Like they wasn't even utilizing
no, but let's not even go that far. The game on December 19th,
facts.
Wiggins shot like shit, but he strapped Tatum. Tatum had
What?
15 points, dog.
Yeah. So my larger
Tatum had
point is,
15 points, and I think if I look at the matchup data, I think
He was
12
like one of
of those
seven. I think he was like
15 weren't even on Wiggins.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
So
his
I feel
Is
like
efficiency,
Wiggins
man.
playing?
I
Is
feel
Wiggins
like
gonna
with
play?
nah,
no, he's
but
not playing.
look, he shouldn't even have to play. You know what I mean? Moody's playing good right now. Clay's
Brother,
playing good.
Moody's playing, Trace is
Yeah,
getting more
everybody
minutes.
is playing good. So you
Sometimes,
know,
Moody's development as a defender is something insane, bro. It
On
is
I
ball
ain't gonna
defense.
I ain't
insane.
gonna
On
hold
ball
you
defense
though.
is
I'm
amazing.
not gonna
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
Perimeter.
yeah,
you.
but
Oh my
even off
gosh.
the ball, right? Like he's still using his length to on closeouts. He's
He
still
has
trying to
great
like,
hands in the
yeah,
passing
there's
lane.
Hey,
breakdowns, but like I
Jay,
think
I'm not gonna hold you. He was doing this in the playoffs though. For some reason, Kerr was just not giving him play
on the
time.
ball,
Thank
he
Yeah,
couldn't
you.
like
guard in the playoffs though. On the ball, that was the one thing he struggled with against Malik Monk and against
Yeah,
Fox.
but like how you? I mean, Malik Monk playing 30 minutes though. Dre, you come in for 2 minutes and
No,
you.
no,
I
no. I
mean,
agree, but he's guarding legit POA. Like,
yeah,
like
facts.
if he
like
was
that's
guarding
a
Malik Monk
big
like
think
instead
about
of
like the
Draymond,
difference between like
nah.
okay, you're like a team defender, help defender to like no, you're guarding the best player on the perimeter every
Yep.
night because that's for the past two games he locked up Jalen Brunson and now he locked up fucking Quickly.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. Jonathan Kaminga, man, playing like lost Antetokounmpo brother, man. And if he gonna keep playing like this, dog,
He's better
like
than
trolling,
Let
nah,
Africans be
Petra,
Africans,
Petra, I'm
man.
not
let
even trying to gas it up.
Africans.
I know I already see the potential, but all I'm saying is if he gonna continue to play like this and he's gonna continue to finish, I just don't know, dog. Like
Bruce,
The Warriors are boosted up on another level right now, G.
Scary
Bruce,
And it's
hours.
his pace
Bruce.
too, Bruce. He's playing with such a pace. Like he's not
Bro,
rushing
yeah,
at
the
all.
players,
And
man.
and not only that, like obviously we praise the offense, but guys, the defense, just like the decisiveness as well, like grabbing rebounds, the power, like talking shit to the other players. Like we have to remember this kid is just 21. Do you guys see like that pick and roll action that he rolled? He sprinted to the rim, then he paused on a dime, jump, and then like he literally just like switches off the glass. The kid is just 21.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
insane. And Moody, come on, dog. Like that 2021 draft, the fact that we
Man,
got Weeks and JK on the same package in 10 years from now on, is that's gonna be like a legendary trait
we're
that
gonna
like
be talk,
everybody's
bro.
gonna
We're gonna
talk
be
about.
talking about this,
We're gonna
bro.
talk about that Wiggins JK package tray. If Kaminga really pops up the next few years as a star in the league, we have to remember Kaminga, for example, right now is wearing Nike. If he continues on the, obviously, I'm thinking two ahead, but if he, imagine if he continues on this trajectory, he gets like a shoe deal. And let's say like the JK7, so the JK 00, whatever, he becomes an all star, yeah?
This man is
All
talking
I'm,
shoe
all
deal.
I'm saying
Hey,
is,
hey,
all
Bro,
I'm
this
Pedro,
nigga
saying
Pedro's
is
a
Hey,
that
This
visionary,
man is
man.
talking
hey,
Wiggins
shoe
man.
deal.
Hey,
I love
yo,
to see it,
yo,
man.
is
yo,
gonna
Pedro's a
walk back
visionary, man.
Yo,
I
back.
respect
He's
it,
a
We're
man.
gonna look
Yeah, he
back
Visionary,
got
to
the
man.
that
vision.
trade.
he's
We're
Pedro,
gonna
very
look back to
Pedro
that
got the shoe
Wiggins
deal
trade.
vision.
We're gonna look
Yo,
back to that trade, and it's gonna be
yo.
Hey,
like,
all I'm
whoa,
gonna say is if he got a shoe deal,
Jesus.
the Warriors to continue to trend up. So that's a good thing, Pedro. Keep
Yep,
that vision, G.
Facts.
yep. All I'm
absolutely.
saying, bro, like Moody and JK, they 21 guys.
Young as
They
hell,
just
bro.
21.
Some
And
kids.
what they're showing me in these two games, these are East Coast games. Like I don't know much about obviously like the difference between East Coast and West Coast like that. But one thing I can tell for sure is how rugged the basketball is in the East Coast. And our team, we've been decimated as well. We have to remember, yes, they didn't have a Scotty like by the second half, but we don't have weeks. We didn't have pods. Yesterday we didn't have weeks either. We're coming from a back to back. coming from fucking like issues on the trip, like sleeping basically like 4 hours or something like that. And Steph is having like eye bags for the last 2 months because he's about to be a dad again. Sleepless nights, and we're still winning. We're
Hey,
still winning eight
hey,
games on a
What's
row,
up,
bro. Come
Uncle?
on,
What's
dog.
up, Dre? What's up, Bruce?
Hey, why you derailing the conversation, Celtic fan?
I got something to say. I got some good news and bad
What?
news. Which one you want to hear
The bad
first?
news,
I don't. I
exactly.
don't. We don't care. We beating y'all on Sunday.
The bad news is the help that y'all received tonight by us beating the Mavs is going away on Sunday because we're going to win
Ooh,
and get
funny.
that game
The
back.
g- the
Man,
the
Good news
Yada
is the
yada
good news
yada.
is the good news is we helped y'all out tonight with the win over the Dallas.
yeah.
Man, Steph
hey,
gonna reach in his pocket. He
Y'all
gonna pull
gonna
out the keys to TD Garden. He gonna open it
nah
early.
nah
Like, come on,
nah.
man.
Last time y'all came to Boston, y'all
Keith,
lost. Last time
Keith,
y'all came to Boston,
Keith,
bro.
Yeah.
Keith,
No, hey, we're on a 10-game winning streak. I don't want to hear
Oh,
anything right
it's
now. We
getting
on
snapped
fire
then.
right now.
That's
hey,
Keith,
Keith,
Keith, Keith,
10,
Keith,
10 game, baby.
Keith. I just want to say one thing, yeah.
Dre,
enjoy
no.
it while
Keith,
you can.
Go
Keith, can
ahead.
you hear me?
Go ahead.
I just want to,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Go
just
ahead.
want to say one thing, yeah. On Sunday, you are invited, bro.
Yeah.
You are invited. Okay,
I'm always,
you
well,
are
I always
invited.
come when we play y'all.
You are invited because now we are on a run. You are invited to the Warriors Invitational. This is official. This
Warriors
this this
Invitational.
road this road trip is 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 what is gonna put the league on notice that we're not gonna play in the playoffs.
What's your record?
We're not gonna play in the
What's your
playoffs.
record on this road trip?
3-0, Keith.
3-0, Keith.
Oh,
Yep.
for real?
Yes.
You
Okay.
sound
Welcome
surprised,
to
my
the
boy.
JK Invitational this Sunday.
All right. We must have
Nah.
forgot we won.
Hey, all I want to know is what's
Hey,
the name me the last three. Y'all beat the
you know the
Knicks.
cool
Y'all beat
part of it?
Toronto. Who's the
Hey,
first team y'all
Keith,
beat?
you know the cool part about tonight is that it it
Yeah.
bro, we were all talking about back to back. They came in late, 7 o'clock in the morning, all that other shit, right? And I was looking at it,
Yeah.
and they did not play with back to back energy. You know what I'm
Yo, you know
saying?
what Chris Paul said? Chris Paul said we could have
Yeah.
found every excuse in the book to come out and lay down tonight, but we got a lot of guys that's not built like that. So that's
Yeah.
true.
So
But y'all can't really lay
That's
This is
true.
the
But
down.
first.
hey, but
This is
hey,
Aren't
a
y'all in
this
lot
is
of
shape?
the
shit was
first
stacked
time that
against
we
us.
have dogs on the team.
I kind of outlined it pregame. Like it was the back to back. It was against a young team. It was
Uh,
the flight was delayed. Different countries or different customs. You got to go through a different
a lot
process.
of obstacles we had,
Hotel. You
man.
got so much shit. And plus, like some of our dudes are pretty on the older side of things. So
Thank yup.
I'm even in the first half when we were down, especially after the first quarter and at halftime. The one thing I made note of was like our effort was really good, even though we like CP3 said we had every excuse in the book to kind of. And you know what's funny? You guys noticed Steve called two timeouts quick, and then
Quick as
That
hell.
was really good. Yeah.
bro
Got him
And
he
he got
fired
fired
up.
up,
chewed
Dre.
out
And he
he
was
chewed
yelling
out
at them niggas. He
Yeah. He
was
said, "What
yelling
the
at
f
exactly
are
them.
y'all
chewed him out.
doing?"
And ever since he did that,
Low key
after
locked
he
in
chewed him
since
out, bro,
then.
it was over
Hmm.
from there. We just kind of dominated from there on out. So.
Well, Dre, he gonna be calling a lot of timeouts on Sunday. We not
hey,
Toronto,
but
bro.
look,
Keith,
Keith,
I'm gonna
You
be
know
honest.
Keith,
that.
Keith, in 22, you guys didn't call enough timeouts. I'm gonna be
Keith,
Exactly.
honest.
Keith,
Keith,
Yeah, that's a
It's
Keith.
true.
problem.
I'm
Hey,
Keith.
hold on. So I'm just looking at this right here. I'm just kind of reviewing the box score and whatnot. And kind of what I see from the box score is that, you know, I'm looking at the minutes distribution. So Chris Paul played 24 minutes, right? Moody is the high man tonight
Yeah.
with 32 minutes, 30 minutes for Clay, 30 minutes for Steph, 27 for Kaminga, 28 for Draymond. So when I knew this team was going to be good, say, what was that, 9 years ago, the thing that I used to look at, I used to look at how many minutes these dudes were playing. And they were playing minutes because they were just beating everybody's ass. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, guys are playing 32 minutes a game, this, that, and the other. That's the thing that I used to look at personally. So now that I'm looking at it, they're kind of back to that because now they're winning games and you see dudes, all types of dudes up and down the bench that are getting minutes. That's another indicator as well. So everything is coming together at the right time.
Mind y'all,
Chris
y'all.
Paul, Chris Paul, 13 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. And I told y'all the man is. I the numbers don't lie, bro. Like
Bro, I was
he
saying,
was
bro,
a
I was
positive
saying,
all year long,
yeah,
man.
exactly, bro. How could people galaxy brain this? Like, listen, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not in favor of closing with him,
They
of course.
ignorant, man.
But quarters 1 through 3.5, the dude is proven to be a clear positive on the court.
Let me give y'all this Steph stat from the night. 25.6 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 threes on 0 free throw attempts. Eighth career 25-point game, 5 rebounds and 5 assist game with 0 free throws, the most in NBA history. Honest hoops right there, y'all. Honest hoops.
Hey,
He's a
A
drive.
lot of
goat.
players.
Wow.
Hey,
Keith,
Yeah.
Keith,
He
JK is
not
gonna
do
bring
that.
in
Get something real
Porzingis
quick,
for
bro.
Yeah.
Sunday
Today
for
today
fun.
is March 1st. Today's March 1st, right? My
Say it
birthday's
again.
my birthday's in 20 days, right? We are only 3 games behind the Suns in the loss column. Whether it's the fifth or sixth seed, I think we're overtaking the Suns in the
We're
next
one
20
game behind
days.
the Mavs in losses.
So I think if we keep playing like this and we can get our shit together at home when we go play at home, I really believe in the next 20 to 21 days we could be a fifth or sixth seed. If we keep playing like this, I really believe it. And to me, like Urkel just said, we're playing the right type of basketball at the right time. We didn't peak too early. We're peaking at the right time. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? Like I really believe that this team can overtake the Suns. I think we should be looking at the standings and saying, look, we're only 3 games behind the Suns. And I really think we should, by the end of this month, we should be eyeing the fifth or sixth seed. And I think from there, if we get a couple more games in April before the playoffs, I think the ceiling is probably the 4 seed, and I think the floor is probably the 6 seed. So that's what we really should be looking at. And then when we get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
Now, 57 rebounds tonight. Toronto had 47 rebounds. How the hell are we out rebounding teams
hustle, man.
night
Hustle.
after night after night? How is this happening?
It's
Draymond had
because
We
the
play
We
with
guards,
playing
force.
close
We
games.
the
We
play
got a
with
lot of
guards,
hustle
the
force.
players, bro.
guards rebound
Got
like
young
crazy.
legs.
Hustle and
Lester,
Got young
positioning.
legs, bro.
Pods obviously.
Nah, I mean, not even just
Yeah,
Lester. Steph has been rebounding
Steph,
like crazy over the
Moody,
past
Moody
like two or
too.
three
Always
games.
been a
Moody,
rebounding guard. You know, a little mixture of it.
Hold
yeah,
on.
bro.
You know that we are second in total rebounding.
Bro, we always
We
high
are. Hold on.
in some
Here's the wild
categories,
part
bro.
too. Hold on. We're top five in offensive rebounds. Top five in offensive rebounds.
I'm not
Only
surprised.
Utah, the Knicks, Atlanta are better on the offensive glass. We are number four in offensive rebounds. We are second in total rebounds. Top five in assists. Top five in assists. Top five in total rebounds. Interesting. Really, we're turning it around, man. I love this. I love this.
It
Yeah, we
starts with the
better than
defense,
last year,
man.
for sure.
Well, Jim,
Absolutely, bro.
Jim, what were you gonna say?
Oh, what's going on, guys? This amazing win tonight. This is the kind of win that I wanted to see. A convincing win against the Raptors, a mediocre team, worse than mediocre. So and obviously it helped that they were missing Scotty Barnes. I hope he's okay. He hurt that finger pretty bad. But that aside, there are some things tonight that Steve did really different tonight, and I was actually shocked because he just hasn't done these things. And tonight there was like a variation in the second half where Trace ended up getting Looney's minutes in the third quarter, and Dario ended up not playing in the fourth quarter. So basically Looney and Trace switched up their roles. Trace came into the third, Looney came into the fourth, but in that third, you guys know I've been kind of talking about how Steve's the way he's been using the rotations as the bench units start coming in, and then they kind of mix in with the starters where it's like four guards in there and it doesn't make any sense from a size standpoint, from a rebounding standpoint, all these things. And tonight it was different. Tonight it was GP2 and Lester Quinones. That combination, I love that combination. That is strong defensively. They're tenacious rebounders. Both of them are. They're both athletic, and they're just causing chaos out there. And then you put Trace next to him, and it was just like, wow, because I've been asking for Trace and Draymond combinations, and we got two separate instances of that tonight. And it was like Trace came in, Draymond was still in the game, Steph, Lester, and GP2. I love that lineup, man. And the Warriors completely outplayed the Raptors in that quarter, 32-19. I thought that was a huge deal and a huge just change in rotations where shit makes sense. And when Steve does shit like this, I think the Warriors can beat any team. You know, these winning combinations have always been around. They've always had it, and it just hasn't been used properly. And tonight, he did more of that. And no Saric in the fourth quarter, and the Warriors finally convincingly win a fourth quarter. Their biggest problem this season, even in the month of February, one of the worst fourth quarter teams in the league. And tonight it was 27-22. So I love the combinations that were used, and Steve doing some different things and rotations from a defensive standpoint that actually work. So if he can continue this trend, oh man, like this is all I've been looking for, bro.
Jim, thoughts on Moody and JK?
Say again.
What's your thoughts on Moody and JK
Moody and
tonight?
JK were really strong
Tonight.
tonight in the starting lineup. Obviously, Moody for the second straight game, just tonight he scored as well, 17 points, but just his hustle, the intangibles, he's just all over the place, and it's great to see him do that. Kuminga, from a scoring standpoint, like you mean. The Warriors, there were segments where in that the first half was a struggle, right? And whenever they needed a bucket, this guy's just going to the cup and just a couple of monstrous dunks over Jakob Poeltl. Not an easy guy to finish over, and just hyper aggressive, attacking the rim. And these things are really important. And so they both did a really good job,
And
in
Jim,
their role tonight.
Is
let me
I
also
someone
feel
add
like
this.
he
hacked
was
Jim? Is he
aggressive
praising JK? Has someone
defensively
hacked
too.
Jim? Is that some JK praise for
Dubs,
once?
how do you even wait?
Yeah,
Wait,
Dubs,
hold on.
like,
So
bro.
hold on, wait.
Did
um,
you say somebody hacked Jim?
that's
Relax,
crazy.
man.
He's praising
So hold
Kuminga.
on.
Jim is objective. Stop. Come on.
Jim just calls it as he sees it.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just plays more emphasis on things. I think I'll be honest. I think in an ideal world, I think if we take a step back and look at like everything that we discussed, I think we agree on a lot of things. Like everyone does. There's a lot of overlap with what we agree with. I just think the difference isn't even what we see. It's more so what we place emphasis on. And I think some people just place emphasis on certain players or certain things more so than others. But I still think everyone would agree that like we are a very like old but also young team, and it's like there's flaws on both sides to that. And Steve is like also not the perfect, like I think we could all agree on those baseline principles. It's just a difference. The difference is how much emphasis you place on each thing, and that can
Yo,
rub
Dre,
some people the wrong. But wait, let me just point this out with JK.
go ahead.
The league kind of figured out some stuff against him a little bit, and now he's completely like found new counters. So you guys noticed like the last few weeks, like teams have been throwing bodies, they've been throwing some other help at him, like they've been doing some stuff to kind of throw him off
To
balance
who?
to
Is
JK.
anyone worried about
Oh
JK
yeah,
in the playoffs
But
against
but
teams with
now
Remember,
with
everything
being
used to be a
dumped shooter?
charge against JK.
he's now but
he's
now you see what he's
he
done, right?
learns in real time in during the game. He adjusts very well.
He has found a way to counteract the way teams have played him now differently. So he's adjusted. Now the last few games he's dominated. Remember he had a little bit of a struggle stretch in it for about a week. He was like scoring like 14 points, like 13 points, 15. But now he's back into his 20s. He figured out. And
Do
in
we think he'll
transition,
struggle in the playoffs, Dre? Because he'll be
yeah,
forced to
he'll
This
take
be
is
up and
jump
this
down.
is part of his
He'll
evolution.
be up and down, but again, every young player, 21 years old, you're going to be up and down, right? So I think in the playoffs, he'll have games where he has 11 points. There's going to be a game where he has 20, 22, 24. Like, he's going to have great games. But the key is, right, can he do the other things that offset those offensive struggles?
The
If he can
off-ball defense.
rebounding, defense,
He's
playmaking.
been
If he,
rebounding
Also,
with
this
force and
yeah.
this
playing
Wolves
defense
this
with
Wolves
force.
Kings game is getting real good down the stretch. 1 point game, about 4 minutes left.
Give a
Hold,
flying
hold
fuck
on,
about
hold
that.
on, real
Listen, man.
quick.
At the end of the day,
Bro,
you
we
guys
just
saw
won
what
a game.
Kaminga
Let's
did
talk about the Warriors.
against what's his name, RJ Barrett. That's the kind of dog that I want to see from
Yes,
Kaminga
Jim. Yes.
on a possession
Hey,
by possession
I
basis
Jim.
agree on
defensively.
that.
I want him to be rugged. I want him to be tough.
Hey,
I'm gonna hold him accountable. I don't give a crap what anybody
hey,
says about
Jim.
my criticism of him. I need to hold a guy like this who's just playing a really powerful role for the Warriors. Who we want to see. We're trying to get them to a point where they're vying for a championship, and
Hey,
so.
Jim.
I'm going to hold these players to the highest standard, the highest. And
I ain't
for me,
gonna.
that starts from the defensive end of the floor. So
As
that's
long
why
as
I
you
speak the way
as long
I
as you
do.
are
But
fair to
when
him,
these guys
I
are playing
never have a
positively,
problem.
I'm never gonna, discredit them or whatever it is that you guys think that I want to do. I don't. I
Yeah,
wanna I wanna praise everybody.
in the first half, you
This is
said
awesome.
Miguel was
I
having
love
an
it.
incomplete game because he didn't get one rebound. You said he was having an incomplete game because of one rebound he didn't get.
Yeah, I feel like that's the reason why people
Yeah,
criticize
I'm
you. But
going
like
at a
when
guy
you are
because he
fair,
failed to grab one rebound. Are you serious?
That was your tweet. You said he's having
Give
an
me a fucking
incomplete
break,
game
man.
because he's not
I
getting.
don't I don't operate like that. I don't break the game down. Oh, he didn't get one rebound. He's horrible. What are you talking about?
Look at your tweet.
You
You
don't
said
know
he
what
had
I'm seeing.
an incomplete game.
You do not know what I'm seeing. Don't tell me I'm seeing one rebound not
Hey
getting
Jim.
grabbed, and
Hey
now I'm
Jim.
going at him.
Hey
All
Stop
right,
it.
it's
Jim.
not that deep. Move on.
What I
Let's move
will
on.
say is
Shit.
this though, right? What I will say is this. You see that play where RJ Barrett was trying to get coming off his square and Draymond is in his back, and he's been putting the battery in his back every single game now. I hope y'all paying attention to that, right? That's what the team need him. The team don't need him to be getting suspended. The team need him to be empowering dudes, right? And using that voice to enable the other guys to emerge. You know what I mean? Get out of being shy and being vocal, and letting the referees not dictate the game, letting your game dictate the game and your voice, like
Bruce,
having a
Yo,
voice. So,
Bruce,
so I
Bruce,
love what's
Bruce,
Bruce,
going on
Bruce,
right
Bruce,
I'm
now.
Bruce.
Bruce,
I'm so
Bruce,
glad you
Bruce, Bruce,
say.
Bruce,
Oh,
Bruce,
sorry,
Bruce. Hold on,
sorry.
hold on. In the last 15 games, we have the second best defense in the league.
Come on, man, talk about it, bro.
We'll talk about it.
We have the second best defense in the league.
But Urkel,
You know
just
that thing
relate.
that Kurt Goldsberry like
The efficiency rating metric
the
scale.
yeah, so the offense versus the defense in the net. Like we're in the top right quadrant, right?
Yeah, quadrant of wow.
Yeah, so the quadrant of wow, exactly. So in the quadrant of wow, we are currently at an 8.8 net rating. That would be number 3 in the quadrant of wow. You know the teams that are ahead of us? Minnesota,
Minnesota and the Celtics.
Minnesota, and then the Celtics. You're 100% right. And rounding out that top 5, so it's Boston, Minnesota, us,
OKC.
Cleveland, OKC, and then you have the Bucks at number 6. So we are in the quadrant of wow. That is the quadrant that you want to be in. And I'm telling you, there is not anybody that I see out there that we can't beat in a 7-game series. Not one team. Not one team. Out of all of these teams, Boston, Minnesota, Cleveland,
Okay, see.
OKC, even the Bucks. How many of those dudes have a player that's better than Steph Curry? Name one.
They've got size though, and if Draymond gets injured or foul trouble,
None.
we're cooked.
Nah,
Oh my
don't even put
God.
that into the
None.
atmosphere.
Bogart.
He's not getting injured, dog. Don't even put that
Jesus
into the
Christ.
atmosphere, bro.
If. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I know.
Hold
I
on,
love
hold on,
that.
though. Yo. Here's something that nobody has said yet, man. Like, because we even talked about we was talking about rebounds earlier. Let's give Klay Thompson 7 rebounds. Come on, man. Let's give him his flowers.
Oh, for sure. And so, and
Seven
that's and
rebounds.
and that's the reason why this year has been beautiful from the standpoint of people have been having their roles adjusted and being able to analyze the game differently. Like people making a big thing about Wiggins. Nah, you need Moody to get minutes and you need Moody to find rhythm, right? So everybody pauses on the bench today. You got Clay starting and picking up where he left off, and it just keeps trickling down. Chris Paul comes back into the fold and he's not missing a beat. You understand? So bro, everybody need to get minutes. Everybody need to get in rhythm because they're trending upward. And to me, they're gonna be playing further down in April and May. So they just gotta lock in. Keep going.
He's
Brother,
already
three
playing a
weeks
lot of
ago,
guys,
they were
man.
5 games under 500. There's nothing to talk about. There is
Bro,
nothing to talk about with this team.
yeah. The
They were
turnaround
And
five
time's
games
Bruce,
crazy,
under
bro.
500. Now we're five
Yeah.
games over 500.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
looking at the
amazing.
schedule. I don't see shit
It gets easier.
that's
Actually,
gonna have.
after the Bucks
I
game,
wouldn't even
after
be
the Bucks
surprised
game,
if we won 22 out of the next 24 games. I wouldn't even be
Oh
it
yeah.
surprised.
Oh
outside
yeah.
of the Bucks game, it gets really, really easy, bro. We play the Spurs 3 times. We play the Hornets again at some point. We play the who else? The Jazz again twice. Like we have some really, really like gimme wins down the stretch of the season. And plus, we end a lot of our games at home down the stretch too. So we can also take care of home court there. And a lot of these teams are probably going to rest some of their players, especially the tanking ones. So I actually think if you look at we play Portland one more time as well. So I
But
think we're
look,
in a good spot.
not even just that though. It's important that the other teams that are in the up in that race are going to start taking some L's. Like the Lakers have a fucking gauntlet that they got to
So
go
does the
through. You know what I'm
Suns.
saying? The
Facts.
Suns
So
got
does
a
the Suns.
gauntlet they got to go through. So
And
both of
and
those
we
things are really
control our
good
own
for us.
destiny with Dallas because we play them 3 more times. We beat them 3 more times. It's
That's a
over
great
for them.
point. That's a great point.
It's over for them.
You got to make sure you win those games. Those are big
And
games.
I'm not gonna hold you, Jim. I think the Warriors played the Dallas Mavericks 3 more times. I won't hold you. Luca is special, but what I've noticed in these past couple games that they've either won very closely or have lost. It really just goes down to Kyrie and Luca. You know what I mean? After that, the team is. I
They
don't think
top
they're good
heavy.
enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I see the Warriors even splitting that on the win side, even if it's 2-1.
And
And
they
Bruce,
got us last
Bruce,
time, right? So it's like we got footage to look at and see where we could clean things up.
Yeah,
So like, I
Well,
Kaminga
they
mean,
didn't
wasn't
have
being
Draymond.
Kaminga wasn't being unleashed that game. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and no
So
Draymond.
yeah,
Yeah,
right, so it's
and
a different
Bruce,
look. It's a different look. What's up, G?
GP2
Bruce,
got hurt
I
as
just
well in that
wanted
game.
to
Yeah,
add
facts.
on the comment that you made before about Draymond empowering the young guys. Not only happened this game in Toronto. I don't know. Obviously, you guys noticed yesterday against the Knicks when Kaminga did like the push up, thing, and then he scored and did like the too small thing to Jalen Brunson. I love to see that from the young guys because that shows that they starting to have character and they start to be vocal as well on the court, and basically that makes the opponent, respect them more. You get what I'm saying? When you talk back, when they talking trash and you not backing down, that creates a psychological impact as well. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact. RJ, I mean, he's coming from New
Do you
York,
see
but
how RJ was like shut down right after, like, for the rest of the game? He was kind of like
hmm
trying to avoid Kaminga because
facts,
Kaminga talked back to him. It didn't
facts.
bother him for the rest of the game. And Kaminga been talking shit to since his rookie year. You guys remember, like, the thing with Jordan Clarkson and all the stuff. So it's just good that Draymond is empowering the young guys.
Facts.
Hey, man, life is easier when Dario Saric does not play fourth quarter minutes. The less
That's a
minutes he
fact.
plays, the
That's a
better off the
fact.
Warriors are going to be. He's the only negative player on this team tonight. The only one who was in the negative. Everybody else was a positive tonight. Clay was zero. He was even. But I don't know. I don't know if tonight was like the final straw for Steve because he didn't play him at all in the second half. But honestly, we've seen this movie before where Sarge didn't play certain fourth quarters, but then still in the rotation. So I don't know. But he only played 6 minutes tonight. I can live with 6 minutes. When Dario is in
yeah,
double
yeah.
digit minutes, like that's a problem for the Warriors. He's always handicapping, what they can do, the full potential of their defensive powers. The less he's on the floor, the more the Warriors can do. So tonight was a really good example of that, man.
Dario will never be a DMP as long as Chris Paul's on the team. They're super, super, super tight, and I wouldn't be surprised if CP's in Steve's ear regarding Dario playing.
Guys, I would love to propose a lineup as well. When Weeks gets back to the team, would you guys approve a lineup of Steph at the one, Moody at the two, Weeks at the three, or Weeks at the two and Moody at the three, JK at the four, and Draymond at the five?
Yes, that's our best lineup.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be a perfect lineup.
The thing is,
I'll put Moody over Potts for sure.
yeah.
For sure.
Look, Pedrin,
Odds-
that's exactly what I wanted to point out, right? Like because I'm a big Pod supporter, but the thing is, like Moody has proven that he can be a legitimate scoring threat, like in the
And
starting
he's
lineup.
bigger. He's six
He's
six,
bigger, yeah. So defense is
seven
better
seven.
too.
The
Yeah.
He's
scoring,
playing great on ball
I,
defense.
I don't even think the scoring gives him an advantage. I think just being 6'6", 6'7", and playing better defense than Paz gives him that advantage. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So they
And the
don't
Well, no,
POA,
well,
like
yeah.
Paz.
sure, but
What I mean by that is Paz has been a positive without being a scoring threat. So if
right,
Moody can
right.
be a positive and score, this version of him defensively, it's a better. You're getting a better bang for your buck, in my
Also,
eyes.
feel more confident with Pods not starting in the playoffs as a rookie as well. I can see him having a lot of 2, 4, 5 point games.
Exactly. I think Moody is I really hope Moody take advantage of this opportunity. And by the time Wiggs is back, it's Steve Kerr's in a dilemma, and he Moody has been forced him to play him in the starting lineup because I feel like the Curry, Moody, Wiggs, J.K., Dre, starting lineup with Clay, um, flipping CP3, Potts, Quinones, and TJD coming off the bench. Oh my days, we have a great team. We don't even need Otto. As crazy as it sounds, if we keep this
Nah, I
rotation
would love to have
intact,
him.
Yeah, I would love
It'd,
to
it'd
have
be
him
good
obviously,
depth.
also.
Good
What's
obviously,
depth.
the
I
what
would
is
have.
it? Is it midnight tonight or like
I would
what's that
love to
looking like?
have him.
Obviously, I would love to have him, but if that doesn't happen, I wouldn't be mad if Moody's rotational spot gets bumped up.
It's
That's
tricky.
that's that's just
It's
it's very tricky. But what do you think, Jim, about like Moody taking the Potts starting position
yeah.
because
I
he's
mean,
bigger.
yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying. It's just, what's tricky is that tonight the Warriors played 11 guys in rotation, and that's with Wiggins and Potts missing. There's two guys that can be in rotation, but can't be when these guys are available. Quinones played tonight. He wouldn't be playing if either Potts or Wiggins was available, right? And so there's always going to be, this team is so deep that there's always going to be at least two capable guys that could or should play and won't play. And you know that's just the nature of having incredible depth. It's just that they have a lot more depth at the guard position than the forward positions and the center spots, which is why this happens. Somebody has to sit. You know, they're sitting out these two guys, and they're still running four guard lineups. So that's the tricky part of it.
But
And
my
if you want to
question,
say
my
that Moody may be
okay,
better than Potts in certain instances, I mean, I could actually give you that. I
yeah.
just it's just tough, man. At this point, Pods has kind of entrenched himself into the starting role, and I mean, if Steve can fix it up, and if he can try some
Hey,
different things,
Jim. I actually,
But
actually,
Jim, it's all about the playoffs. Who do you trust more in the playoffs? A
no,
third
no, no,
year,
no, no.
okay.
But hold on, Pedrin. Respectfully, you
No,
know
no,
these
no worries,
guys.
bro. No
You
worries,
know these
bro.
guys are analytic nerds, and the numbers say the lineup with Pods is the best lineup going forward. You understand? So I don't think that they might go away from it. Now, if you do want to say probably who's the best, because even Clay's lineup had positives in it. It was just very low. So this version again, this version of Moody is very good, and it's still a small sample size. In the playoffs, if the playoffs are starting, I think Clay would get the nod over everybody. You know what I
And
mean?
and
But
and also, Bruce, we need to remember as well because
no,
we failed to mention this. The same way that JK is developing, Moody is developing as well in front of our
that's
eyes.
facts. That's
So he's gonna
facts.
continue to get better the more he plays.
I just think it just depends on what the team is leaning. You know what I mean? If the team is leaning more defense, then I see why you would say Moody. You know, because I don't think offense is the issue. You know what I
But
mean?
Bruce,
Offense has
but
never been the
Bruce,
issue. It's always been defense.
Bruce, you just literally just give yourself the solution and answer my question. What is the thing that the teams needs to lean in the playoffs?
Defense.
Defense. Exactly. Thank you.
And Steph said he
They're gonna
thinks we're
they're gonna
beginning to have an
I love
identity.
Potts.
That's it.
I love Potts, but they're gonna cook him because he's 6'3", and unfortunately he's not gonna be able to guard people at that the intensity that the playoffs require. But if you put Omuri in the rotation at least, or in the starting lineup, then you have Clay coming off the bench, fresh legs, and he's gonna play like good defense to the
I think
opponent's
I think
bench.
Clay's starting in the playoffs. Clay's going to start 100% for the experience and the spacing.
screw that.
I
Clay is
can
done in
bet
the
you
starting lineup. I don't want him
I
going
can
Yeah,
against
bet you
elite
I
players
can
anymore.
bet you
He
I
needs
agree,
to
Clay
Jim.
cook against
Clay
Jim,
bench
is
he's
people.
not
got
gonna
Jim. He's
start.
going to be starting in the
No,
playoffs.
I
he's
can
not.
bet you
No,
Clay
he's
is
not.
gonna come in off the bench. Clay is not
I think
starting
Dubs is
anymore.
right, but I don't want. I agree with you, Jim. Like I think he's in the perfect position coming off the bench, to
Yeah,
be against second units, like because Clay has been giving us great minutes. Like he's been playing really well
yeah. I'm not
with
saying
that
I want him
High,
to
unit.
high
start. I
tech,
prefer
high
Moody to
tech,
start, but
high tech,
Clay is going to start.
high tech. Do you notice
Yeah,
that
he
when
is.
he started
I
today,
don't know. We'll
he
see.
was playing bad, and once he was
I
put
don't know, man. I
back,
love playing this role. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It in a slightly reduced role. You
And it
know,
took a long way to get here. It's really hard to get to this point. We don't need to
really
erase
hard.
it. talking about, oh, we're gonna revert in the playoffs when you couldn't do it
This
in the
is Steve
regular
Kerr
season.
though, man.
Come on.
We
Is
know who we
Wiggins going
talking
to
about.
start when he comes back if it's close to the playoffs? What do
He's
we
their
think?
best POA,
We don't
yes.
know.
He's their best POA, yes.
Yeah, no worries.
What's up, guys? I got a quick question for you.
What's going on?
What's going on, boss? I have no stats or data behind this. I'm just genuinely curious. Does anybody know? Um, it seems like Kuminga, when Pods was starting, wasn't himself. Again, I have no numbers behind it. I'm just talking eye test. And is it just a coincidence that he had a good game tonight? With
I can
Clay,
answer to this. I can answer to this. Yes, it's a
it's
coincidence.
it's not a
Why?
Clay Pods thing at all. I promise. I'm
Let
just
me.
genuinely curious,
Yes,
though.
yes, I
You know what
can
I'm saying?
answer to this. Why is not? It's a coincidence. I feel like Dre laid out perfectly a few minutes ago. Or no, I feel like he did it on the playback. What happened with JK is he had a few games with lower scoring games. Why? Because during the whole month of January, teams, he was able to fully get into the scouting report of the opponent team. Yeah. So what happened is from February, team started to double him and defending him harder. What he was struggling this past few weeks of February was reading people when they would double team him. So what he started to figure out on during this road trip, this last 3 games, is to find counters to that double team. Make either a quick pass, set a screen, and then literally just like, or if they double you in the post, just shoot, pass it to the open man. And that's why he's been combining those counters with running more plays for him. So I don't think it's a Potts effect. I just feel like it's part again of us witnessing JK's growth on real time. He's learning as he plays. So when he was having these low scoring games, the thing that I was noticing is not, oh, why he's not scoring that much. It's the other things that he was doing contributing to winning. He was scoring 11, 12, 15, but he was plus 17, plus 19, plus 13 during those games. So to me, it's just again a
Yeah, but if Clay's not
a
gonna start,
fact of
bro, that's we got him. We need him to score. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like I
that's
don't mind if
that's
Clay's not
true,
playing.
and that's what
You
I'm
feel me?
saying. During February, they figured it out, and now in March, he's figuring out those corners of the opponent team defending him
So
this
so
way.
homie, so hold on, homie. You said if Clay is not going to score, you need Kaminga to score.
Somebody, bro. I don't give a fuck. But you
Nah,
need
but
if you
see,
need the two.
see.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You see the shit that's happening right now? It doesn't matter. Defense and Steph Curry. That's going to be the key to this whole thing, right? It's
Facts.
real simple. It's real simple. Let's not fucking galaxy brain and do all of this shit, right? Play the Steph Curry ball and defend. That's all. Now,
Hurt.
what's going to happen is that everyone is going to score off of Steph's shit, right? So you see what you're not mentioning is when Steph sets that little screen, Steph sets that little rub screen. Next thing you know, Kaminga's flying to the rim, and he's getting all of this downhill stuff, right? So
Yep.
I think that the less decisions you have those guys make in isolation situation, the better off you are. Play Steph Curry ball. Steph Curry ball wins
Eh,
because there is a balance between offense and defense right now. And
Yeah,
there is always a beautiful balance. And this is why they win championships. They win championships because of Steph Curry and the balance between offense and defense. And Steph allows that. Let's not get this fucking
and
shit
Irk,
No,
twisted and
and
talk
Irk,
obviously
about
and
this guy,
Irk,
every
talk about that guy.
April,
Steph Curry,
Irk,
bro. Plain and
Irk.
simple.
April.
It's important for Steph to like get off to an aggressive start for that reason because once he starts scaring the
Listen,
defense,
listen. Let me tell you something.
I
It don't matter, bro. Steph Curry is scary regardless. Okay? He's
right.
scary regardless. So hear me
okay.
out.
But
Hear
he
me
can
out
be
on this.
passive to start, is what
You
I'm
can
saying.
talk about Kaminga, you can talk about this guy, you can talk about that guy, right? Do you see what Jordan Poole is doing over there, right? Do you see Alfonso McKinney in the league? Do you see Quinn Cook in the league? No. Steph Curry is Viagra. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to transition to playback.tv / Space Gang, and we're going to continue this conversation over
What a
there.
segue.
Yes,
I will
because
see
I
y'all
have
over there.
something to say. That was perfect, Oracle.